As you may have guessed, I drew this because I am hungry. I wasn't able to go and get groceries because it was so slippery outside. And I have like a bit of a phobia when it comes to ice. So like it had rained and then frozen. So I could not go and get groceries. It was the worst. But now that you know my pain, I think we can get started. This is going to be very similar to how we did the announcement characters before. So just like throw out some ideas at me for what we can do for this character, and I'll write it down. I'll probably start by saying, as it says here, this is going to be for like a wrap-up part, like a screen. Sort of like how there's this one, but at the end of the stream, when things are winding down, and probably when I'll have like, okay guys, here's a poll for what we want to do on the next stream, or like whatever. A sword or some kind of tool. Well, I know it was mentioned before when we were doing character design stuff that like a sleepy personality might fit. That's just one idea, of course, since it's the end of the stream, sort of that like, okay, bye. Oh no, oh no, Adept! Oh, I'm so weak for that. What was it? I'll just say the suit. I can't spell. Suit, cane, top, hat. Oh, curtain call thing. Oh, that's cute. See, this is why I like doing this. I don't think of stuff like this. One other idea I kind of had was like, you know how there's like talk show hosts that like close things out? A person doing a curtain call, but instead of a cane, they have a sword. And we'll be brainstorming for a while here just to see what kinds of things we think up. I think I mostly thought of this because I'm thinking that the wrap up aspect will be like asking crowd questions, and that's why I thought of it. End of stream, end of show. And don't be afraid to like throw out anything that seems like out there. So I feel like the coolest ideas come from stuff like that. Basically, throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. Okami says, maybe to match the sleepy idea, ooh, could be pajamas that look like a suit. Oh my gosh. So like, what's it called? The kirigumi? But like, a suit kirigumi? Suit PJs. I love the contrast there. It's like a suit is so fancy, but pajamas is like the epitome of casual. Ooh. Aqua says, stage magician. Flowers. Or like an example of one thing that they could have. Oh, I love this stuff. So yeah, I would not have thought of these things. This is so cool. Oh, lights going out / spotlight. one day I'll have like more consistent themes, but actually I feel like ironically consistent theme for me is jumping around because I can't stay with one thing for way too long. Except for ITM, that's like the one thing. Slash. Circles? Oh, are you asking about these? This is just the background I have for starting soon. I was thinking I could just use that, make it easy. I was also thinking, it's not related to the character, but the screen that this character will show up on, I was thinking of having a thanks towards patrons. And possibly if I got to the point, Twitch subscribers or whatever later, I feel like it'd be a good credits screen just at the end. Or the beginning. I feel like that's probably better for beginning, but we'll figure stuff out. Basically, everybody and their dog has, if they have a Patreon, they have I'll put your name somewhere sort of thing, except I don't yet. So I was like, I should probably do that. Oops. In before we make a anime OP. It's dumb, but I'm gonna put it. OP/ED. Okay, but see, okay. See, this is what I mean by throwing out dumb ideas. See, anime EDs are usually a bit easier, because some of them are just like static images with a cute song. So that's actually like, that might be something. So, hello, monkey! Hello! Brown hair, green eyes, wears a blue turtleneck, has a nightcap. Oh my gosh, Aqua! Aqua! Oh my gosh, anime next time on. That's so perfect! Oh, sorry. I've always... My hair is brown. I always think of it as kind of like dirty blonde, though, because I was really blonde as a kid. And actually, my eyes are gray. It might not come across my avatar very well, but they are. And I know that because it says it on my license, and I remember so awkwardly in like the driver's office, my mom and the lady doing the license thing looked at my eyes for like 3 minutes. They're like, what color is this? And they're like, I'm just gonna put gray. I'm doing good, monkey. Especially because we're doing this. I really like the brainstorming with you guys. It's so fun. A character? Shh, they're not silver eyes. It's fine. Oh man, I once had this is a bit off topic. Not, I guess we're talking about the eyes, but there's once this guy that was just like, "Your beautiful eyes," and he wouldn't stop saying it, and like everybody was getting uncomfortable. We're like, okay, please stop. That's why I made eyes in my original series be special for everybody. Because it's just fun. Help, I'm somebody's self-insert OC. I'm my self-insert OC. Actually, speaking of like colors and stuff, that might be something that we could... Well, I mean, I guess it's better to do when we start drawing the character. Let's see. About 5 more minutes of like brainstorming some ideas, then we can get to more doodling. Darn it. Okay, Twitter already has the tiny hat. But let me tell you, I love the tiny hat on the like headband. I'm such a what it would be a weakling for that. Dark light contrast lighting. Ooh, silhouette. I say as I have to look at you typing it. I cannot spell that word if I don't look at it. Yeah, PJs are in a nightcap or something. Ooh, a little lamp cord. Oh, okay. Before I forget this concept in my head, I am gonna doodle it because I like that playing with. So like if say chat was over here, and then maybe like character doing something over here, I don't know what, and like a light. It's like wrap up or something. Chat. Not gonna lie, I'm still like caught up on like how would you do a where is it? I never know if I'm spelling this right. Kigurumi? How would you do that as a suit? It's like the zipper. And then it's just like a design. And then it's just like footsie pajamas. It'd have to have like more to it to be like fun. Yeah, the credits appear on the spotlight. That'd be fun. A onesie tuxedo. Exactly. I have no idea how you would do the calm down, computer. You're fine. There. I mean, as fun as that is, I don't think it would be like a full body. So like you wouldn't really get that this is a onesie. Ooh, a silhouette and a shadow. Shadow puppets. Shadow puppets. Heck yeah. Do we still need to remind you of saving? Oh no. I did it. So a king could be whatever turns off the light. Ooh. Because my computer over. I don't think it like when my computer has problems, it doesn't like overheat. Just like too much memory gets used up. Dang it. Oh no, that sucks, Okami. I've only dropped 2.6 frames though. A lot better this week. For reference, if anybody wasn't here last like 2 weeks ago, it was 20%. That's a 9% increase. Or decrease. You know what I mean. The shadow puppet mouth saying thanks for watching. Okay, but I know we're at the time I guess for like brainstorming, but that's really funny. That's actually really funny. Now if I could draw a shadow puppet, that's another another matter. And then it would have to be like this finger. I have no idea how you'd make another eye. Oh no! Basically just a casual thing of PJs, but the design looks like a suit. Ah. Or okay, concept. Full on pajamas, but it's PJs plus a tie. And then the top hat, the full top hat. And then what like screams PJs? And it's like shadow puppets make you think of Muppets. No, shadow Muppets. It's like Persona. Okay. I do like the light idea for like a focus on whatever words are there. And like let's see. So something like, that good old fashioned come on, my baby, come on, my darling. That one? And they're like, yay, look at the light. They'd be in the corner. Polka dots. Kermit saying, well, I am a shadow, the true self. I don't know what Kermit sounds like. Michigan frog. Computer. Or rather, tablet. Tablet, are you doing the thing? No, I don't see you. Okay. Oh no! I only know that song from those shorts, so. Okay. Let's see. Pretty sure there's definitely going to be a top hat. Oh, heck yeah! The Bugs Bunny Tweety Show! I watched that with my mom a lot. Okami says is kind of a random idea, but maybe for the background of the end stream screen with the character, along with the spotlight part, could be like the circle background, you have the show question marks! Ooh. Nice one, Okami. I like that. Okay, circle BG, but because questions. Questions. Using the Twitch OC we made. That could also work, at least in a degree, because I never use her. I think there's another one, the YouTube one. I don't use too much either. In fact, I don't think I have yet. If I use the community tab on that site, I would, but Then I'd be advertising a stream on this site, which I don't think they'd like. But I do love that design. I'll go ahead and open that. It could be like her in this outfit, since we went to the trouble of designing her anyway. Where'd she go? There she is. Wait. Right, I could put her before the stream as well. That pun though, Sunoki, it's too good. Okay, let's see what this looks like if I just like start doodling her. She could be a welcome to the stream. Thank you, Adept. You only ever see like 2 of them. Okay. I think she'll work well as like a backup in case we can't think of anything, but I do think it'd be fun to make sort of a character. What kind of hair do you think they would have? Part of me was like, or they're just a shadow because the light's over here. Like, just not even there. I'm gonna start drawing the top hat because I'm pretty confident I want that because I love top hats. They're great. Let's see. Curtain call. Just think there's something fun on here. Well, it was nice to see you, Monkey. I have to get food after this too. You might have missed it, but I had a hungry drawing. Yeah, no, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a nice dinner. One day I'll have to have a stream that isn't during your supper time. Or my supper time, for that matter. Some flowers. Some. I almost said feathers. Feathers could be cute. Oh, it's too big. Okay, so a top hat. What's an entertainment host kind of hairstyle? I don't really watch much stuff like that. They usually have like the. I hope I'm on the right layer. Okay, like the hair that goes up. At least from my memory. And I'm putting it over the rim because like you need to see the spiky hair of this kind of hairstyle. It just doesn't work if you don't. Also, a man. Something like that. not the final drawing. It's just a concept. You know me, Aqua. I like absurd hair. Absurd hair is easier to draw than regular hair. Head. Okay, right. Hat. My only worries, people would be like, who's that? And it'd be like, nobody. It's just a dude. Let's see. I will say, I do like these ideas. One day. Just a dude, really happy to be there. The only dude. No. The credits guy. I'm trying to think of a pun. His name is Cred, and you always say it's. So then when you put it's at the end, it's credits. But I don't know what Cred stands for. Just who he is. Okay, so do you think we're gonna go with full-on magician suit or whatever, or are we gonna try to put some PJs in there? I feel like the PJs wouldn't quite work at this point because he's not really sleepy. Shh. I know it's forced. That's how you get the best groans. Okay. I like the idea of trying to keep some like polka dots on him. We'll be right back. Let's see. Have another flower there. Something like that. Is it bad if these like ribbons have like polka dots on them? Let's see. So what to do? Oops. Before I started the stream and, realized realistic expectations versus not, I was like, how funny would it be to finish the dude, like the character, and then be like, okay guys, here's the end screen. Okay. Should he just have a sword for like no reason? To hint at his origins? To make people go like, why does he have a sword? And for us to be like, lore. was thinking of Kane, but I'm like a bit more Aqua. Aqua. Who said this makes any sense? We have a magical girl team over here on social media platforms. You also said sword, so. Let's see. Pants. The part that I usually don't even get to. So, oops. I feel like these will be fun pants. That line. Basically, I just wanted to make sure I had these tailcoat. Because tailcoats are fun. We got magical girls in tuxedo masks. We need to. Okay, hear me out. I figured out how to bring back the sleepy theme. Might not look the best, but there. It's a mask. So I mean, if we have this, I don't think it's too far a stretch to say that he can have a sword. For no reason. Of course, it would be like best to have it pointing that way, but it wouldn't make any sense to like hold it like that. Sheesh. It's fine, we'll figure it out later. That's it, folks. I'm going to bed. Pretty much. So, I'm not. He is. The no reason sword. I'm going to bed, and if you argue with me, I'm gonna fence you. I'm gonna add stripes over there. Oh god, it's the screaming anime girl song again. Get out of here. Thank you, Aqua. For sure, if I ever get like an emote, I feel like the first one has to be like Sono Save. Because not only would it be useful for me, if people are playing games or like you could use it elsewhere, it'd be applicable. There he is. It's cred. Cred. Duh. Let's see. Let's see. His hair is crazy because his bedhead. Even more off-kilter hat because he's tired. Cred? Greg? No, it's Cred, you know. Yeah. Oh, shoot. There. And then it's like a desk lamp with the credits or something. The lore behind Cred is he is a university college student that is also in drama and has a magician hobby. So he's tired because of studying, has a sword because of drama, and then is just a magician. There. Lore. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it might. I never know what to do when, like, we finish what I set out to do. Yes, he has no powers, but he's really into being Tuxedo Mask to the social media magical girls. Exactly. Exactly. See, we're not gonna have the anime ED thing yet because we have to develop the story. Because how are we gonna make end credits if we don't know what's going on? I mean, I guess that could be like a stylistic type where it doesn't have like anything to do with the show. Detective Conan does that a lot. But I mean, Detective Conan has like 50 openings, and that might be like on the low end. No, wait, it certainly has more than that because I feel like I saw the 50th one. And I stopped watching a long time ago. Or was that the 30th one? Yes, he's all about making sure they get credit for their achievements. Cred's a good dude. By running a talk show. How long has Detective Conan been going on? 20 years. Oh, the anime adaptation? Okay, so sorry. So Detective, I'm gonna make a new document for this. It has nothing to do with. I used to be a big Detective Conan fan, so this is actually fun to talk about because I haven't in a long time. So, Detective Conan, he's got hair too. I believe the manga started in 1994, and then I think the anime was in 1996. The main couple, I think, had like the first kiss, and I put that in quotation marks because it was a peck on the cheek around chapter 1000. The definition of slow burn. It actually relates to the philosophy reading thing I mentioned last stream, where like if you read Detective Conan, like actually try to read it and like keep up with it and stuff, or any sort of thing like that, you begin to appreciate all other manga because things happen in the plot. That's not to say, how do I say this? It is still like really enjoyable and good if you aren't looking for plot. Like the cases themselves, and like, because like just the scenario and the mystery solving and stuff, that's fun. It is fun. But like if you're looking for the plot, which is fun when it happens, like really really fun, is you gotta look for like a guide or something, because and no, Adept, they do not age in real time. He has had over the course of the manga like 5 different phones. I think he used to have a fax machine lunchbox. Or sorry, bento. Shorter. Yeah, Zelos, actually, that's a great way to put it. That is a fantastic way to put it. That the status quo is the protagonist. Which is actually ultimately why I dropped it. Or rather, stopped reading. Oh, nice, I actually spelled that nice. Because of the fact that it's so episodic, they really don't let the characters develop that much. At least not. There was a time where they did, but then it like didn't happen anymore. Or like, oh, the other thing was like Ran finding out. This was also another like frustrating thing. Do you think it'll ever have an ending? I mean, I think that the mangaka Gosho Aoyama did talk about like they're in the final arc or something, which doesn't mean much when it comes to Detective Conan, because an arc in that is like 300 chapters, maybe. Depp says, now I kind of want to see a long-term slower gag where the punchline is the reason for tech changing while the characters don't age is finally revealed like 2 decades later as the actual core plot. Big time trouble. If it were a fan thing, that would be hilarious. If it was actually in it, I would be furious. Because it's the same reason that so obviously Ran and Shinichi are the main couple. I think when I was following it, I did prefer Ai and Conan. I just felt that they had a bit more chemistry, and at that point, I was kind of getting sick of the slow burn of Ran and Shinichi. That said, if this did happen at this point, it'd be bad. Because, like, with all of the build-up that's here, it's like, if you suddenly went over to this, even though I think they have better chemistry, that would just, no, like, don't. That Rachel and Jimmy, case closed. I love that dub. It's so funny. Oh, but yeah. So, oh no, that makes it look like the character thing is bad. I'm not saying that ship is bad. It was, you guys were there when I wrote that. So the thing with Ran finding out is that she absolutely should have by this point. Because I think they had like 1, 2, 3 instances of her like getting close, but getting tricked. Same thing, but a little bit better trick. And then this was like the best way that they could have tricked her, but then they kept doing these kinds of arcs, like 4 or 5, her getting suspicious like more times, when this like third one, because they basically had a body double here, which is like the most crucial evidence thing that you could do. Like, that is the best way you could have possibly tricked her. So any of these arcs just don't have any weight and are worth nothing because you already used the best trick in the book. So all of these are like underwhelming or make her look not very smart, because why is she suspicious after this? Unless she for sure knows how the body double thing worked, which if she knew how this worked, she wouldn't be tricked anymore. Because she'd be like, huh, why did he do this, very, very obtuse way of tricking me about his identity, unless it is him? But yeah, overall, I wouldn't recommend it for. Yeah, it stretched the plausibility. It was just like not fun. But like the cases and the red makes it look bad. I'm gonna go back to like green. So like the cases and like the characters on a one, like a case by case basis are enjoyable. But like if you're here for the plot, it's long. So long. I think that's why I stopped reading. And I think I'll like go back and read just the plot stuff once it's finally there. This repetitive thing, repetitive arcs. This was also like with the Black Organization or BO arcs. Kind of fell to that too, because there was always like a new spy or a new member or something, but like they were all formatted like very, very similarly. And like the first, I think, 3 BO specific ones were like really fun, but then it like I said, it like repeated, which when you have this much time in between your plot beats, it's kind of unforgivable. Like, you have so much time to think of what you're doing, and like even in the sense of like, okay, yeah, you're doing a weekly thing, so you have to think of the cases and stuff. You can still think of like tiny little details one at a time. With this many chapters, you have the ability to do that. Because like clearly you have the perfect way to stall for time if you're not ready yet. This got very, very off topic because Detective Conan, but it did used to be my equivalent Kami no Mi, let's just say. But yeah, so we did credit. Um, I guess one thing I could talk about now is what I was planning on doing with like these credit scenes. So like I said, I was gonna ask you guys questions, and like mostly it was probably going to be deciding what to do for the next stream. So like there might be a type of stream planned, but maybe not the specific topic, you know? Where did I put? There it is. I don't know if that hashtag would be in this context. But anyway, so like say if I did like if I was doing a comic reading stream, I wouldn't, yeah, because I have to prepare a bit more for that, I think, but it would basically be like a poll, and like what comic should I read? Or if I did get around to doing games, it might be like, here's 4 games I'd like to play next stream. Which one should I play? Or, drawing tips next. What should we go over? Stuff like that. Yeah, because I like having, like, community input, obviously, as shown from today's stream, making the character, and making these guys, too. I just feel like it is really fun, especially in the way of it being live, like it's that specific, this is a Twitch thing because it is live. Maybe one thing I will put on my list is like just chatting. Just chatting about random stuff. Because clearly we can talk about things for quite a while. If you guys are curious, this is how I would take notes in school. Yeah, illustrated chatting where I just write stuff out. There's basically no drawings in here. Oh, right. One of the things I really liked from Detective Conan was, and this is predictable because a lot of people like this character, but he was called Kaito Kid, and he stole stuff. And honestly, I feel like he was a lot more, well, Conan / Shinichi / Jimmy, they were interesting at the start, but then as things went on and he like was not developing at all within 800 chapters or so, or not enough. I think he did develop a little bit, but like, and yes, it's gonna be spaced out. I get that, but even so, I feel like it just wasn't enough. And also just the way they portray him. He's portrayed very like obsessively, or no wait, possessively. Especially like early on. Like I said, like they only kind of got together in like chapter 1000-ish or like 900 or something. But even before that, he was kind of acting like they were already together. I'm like, dude, she's not actually like, okay, yeah, it's reciprocated and stuff, but she's not with, oh yeah, define early on. Less than 300 chapters. Maybe 400, I don't know. So like that whole time, you know what I mean? And like hilariously, talking about this, when it's early on like that, and again, like because it's so long and the plot is so far apart, I didn't mind it early on because I was under the impression that, it was a very long, drawn out character arc, but that was going to be his character arc. To like let her go and not be as possessive. And there were a few scenes that like seem like he's going in that direction, but then he veers back to that, and I'm like, and nobody calls him on it. Like the I character from before, I guess I erased that. She kind of called him on a few things, but then she like developed and stopped calling him on things as much, which sucked. Like it was fine for her character, but I'm like, no, dude, call him out more. He needs to be called out. I actually had a big like editorial post on one moment of that too. It was just like I was not happy. Gosh, wouldn't that be a stream topic? Me talking about, I almost said niche series, but obviously Conan is not very niche. I guess it's more niche in the West, but definitely not in Japan. Ooh, interesting, Aqua. I've never heard that about the Iliad. It's kind of sad where like Detective Conan kind of went, because as you can probably tell from like the case by case format and how I was talking like favorably about it, it had, I think, probably like, what is it, one of the best long form formats I think you can possibly achieve. You know, because like I watched a lot of the episodes and read a lot of the chapters because the format worked. You know, like the BO is supposed to be this elusive organization that is not seen very often. So like having them sort of spaced out makes sense for the story. And again, the cases are interesting enough that like it it's fine. Like I was still entertained, and like even without the organization chapters, they still did have a few like character arcs. You know, there'd be a few like 5 or 6 chapters dedicated to like the Ayumi rather, um, or like the Rand finding out things, which again these first ones were fine. It's just like after it was not as fun. So like those padded it out too, where you felt like things were happening, and it could just take its time. But then when even in these arcs, like this section, things started not happening even in those, that's when it was like I can't do it anymore. It's too much. It's too much with too little payoff. That said, I will always stand by the phrase that Detective Conan taught me patience. Yeah, Aqua, if you just care about the episodic cases, then you can go along, but if you care about the plot and the premise and the mysterious organization, there's not a lot for you. Um, but yeah, I consider myself very, very patient, and I honestly think that getting into Detective Conan when I did was a huge part of that, because especially right after reading, like, kind of dropping it, everything felt fast. Everything. I was like, oh my gosh, this arc only took them like 10 chapters to get to the next arc. Wow. I was like, that's amazing. I'm so used to like 80 on a good day. Also, the concept of one-off chapters that are just their individual stories is like so foreign. It's always 3 or more. Well, that's probably enough Conan for now. Got our magical girl gang, the blue dot background, and cred. Thank you guys, as always, for coming to the stream. We won't have a end screen or poll this time because next week is going to be Patron Doodles, which is already set in stone. So there's no real point of doing like a poll. I'm not sure if I'll have the end screen ready by next time, but I think I will at least try to do a poll, like a straw poll or something. So yeah. Yeah, no, it's always so nice interacting and chatting with you guys. It always makes me happy to do this. I'm going to get food in some way. uh, Hopefully, it won't take too long because I'm gonna get it delivered. It's probably still too icy outside, so. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.